Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Karen and today I will be reviewing Warbreaker by Sanderson. So, Warbreaker tells the story of two sisters, one by the name of Siri, yes, like the iPhone, and the other by the name of Viviana or Vivenna, I don't really know. I just call her Viviana because that's easier. So they're basically two princesses from a place called Idris? Yes, I read this book while I was on medication, and honestly, I don't remember much from it, to be honest. I remember a little bit. I remember the gist of it. I remember what I didn't like, what I did like, but all those weird random names that Sanderson comes up with, I really don't remember that well. So they're from a kingdom outside of the big kingdom, and in the big kingdom, there's this like magic called breath. One of the things that Sanderson does very well is come up with really awesome magical systems, and this book definitely is very, very heavy on the magical system and also on the religion aspect of this world that Brandon creates. So basically, there's this king in the capital city that's called Titular, a weird ass random name. And in this capital, there's this king that's supposedly like horrible and the strongest, most powerful god ever, and everybody is afraid of him. And then the sisters, one of them, has to go and marry him. But the one that has to go and marry him is Viviana, who's the oldest one. But then the king, who's not really a great father, to be honest, is like, I love Viviana too much. She is very intelligent. She's just going to be the perfect queen. So instead of sending her, I'm going to send my other daughter, Siri. So that if, she gets killed, the one that gets killed is Siri instead of Viviana. So Siri, who's a 16-year-old who never thought in a million years that she would have any big responsibility because of the fact that she had this older sister who has been trained her entire life to have this big responsibility of going to the capital city and marrying that king, all of a sudden finds herself in a carriage going to the capital, and she's like, what? I have to marry this guy? Oh my god, what's gonna happen? I'm very, very scared. She should be scared. So yeah, so that's what happens. And then the other sister, who stays behind, feels bad and misses her sister and just wants to save her. So she goes to the capital as well to try and save her and try and stop the capital and the kingdom that she's from having this like big old war in which the kingdom that she's from is just going to completely lose because they don't have enough people and they're just going to lose really, really badly. So she is trying to help that situation. This was a terrible, terrible summary of what goes on in this book, but you can tell that I was a little out of it when I was reading it. There's also a really big focus on the religion of this fictional world that Sanderson came up with, and it's a cool book. It's a standalone. It's 600 pages, I think, so it's quite big. And yeah, that's basically it. Okay, so I gave this book 4 stars. No, I gave it 3 stars. But I do feel like it's a 4-star fantasy book. I think that Sanderson always writes good books. But the reason why I gave it a 3-star instead of a 4-star is because of the fact that I was a little bored towards the middle. Like I said, there's a lot of talk of religion and of the stuff that's going on. I always seem to foam whenever there's a thunderstorm. It's just my thing. Okay, so yeah. To be honest, I don't know how I feel about this book. I didn't hate it. I didn't hate the fact that I was reading it. I didn't feel like it was a waste of money and a waste of time. I enjoyed it, but it's not a book that I would pick up again if I'm bored. It is a book that has a lot of stuff going on. You really have to pay attention. The magical system. All this thunder. Okay. It is a book that you really have to pay attention. The magical system in it is difficult to understand. Definitely a lot more difficult than Mistborn, which is the other book by Brandon that I read. There were definitely sequences in this book that I just did not get. I was like, what's going on? I don't know. I'm just going to read it and I'm going to pass a page and I'm not going to think about it anymore. Because it was honestly quite confusing. But yeah, overall, if you like fantasy, if you like to read about, you know, religion, fictional religions, then definitely pick up this book. It is entertaining. Everything does come together. It does have some really cool twists in it. Was it a favorite of mine? Not really, but I do have to commend Brandon for doing that one thing that I really, really hated that he didn't do in Mistborn, which is the fact that there are a lot of female characters in this book. There are 2 main characters and both of them are female, and there are also a lot of other females around. So it's not like you have the main female character surrounded by men all the time. In the crew that, you know, one of the princes finds herself in, there is a female. In, you know, the gods, there are female gods. So I was very happy that he did include more female characters, therefore giving more female visibility. And I like the fact that all the female characters were really, really strong. There wasn't any weak female character or anything like that. So yeah, overall, I think that this is a book that everyone would enjoy, but not everyone would finish, because through the middle, you know, once you get to the middle, it is kind of a little boring. But overall, I think that once you finish it, you will definitely walk away enjoying it, because it's not a bad book. It's fun, it's different, and it was an entertaining read. Will I pick it up again? Not really, but I enjoyed it, and yeah. Okay, so that was my very, very bad review. You can definitely tell that I'm rusty on this. I haven't done it in a while. But yeah, so thank you very much if you have watched this video, and bye!